Don't mind this, guys, just showing you how to install this. So I've got the 3D printed base of the clip here, and I'm just using a little 5mm lock nut. Drop it in there and line it up. It doesn't quite fit very well, so what I do is I just throw it onto the motor and spin the motor under it a little bit until it starts to catch. Now that it's caught, I get my Leatherman here, slide the Leatherman in the edge, and then just almost like a ratchet it down until it's tight. There we go, that's tight. Now I've got these 4 clips. These are what I took off, and I've got 4 questionable props that I'm going to put on. I'm using these because, I don't know, you can see they're already pretty beat up, and I don't really care what happens to them. As I made 4 little tabs here, just out of paper and tape, because this doesn't quite fit down yet, so I'm going to place this tab down here on the bottom, and hopefully this will push the propeller up and keep the propeller oriented correctly and horizontal while hovering. Set the prop in there. We just have the clasp. We're just gonna kind of give it a little squeeze down, and you can see it doesn't quite seat all the way flat yet. I don't know if you can see that. Doesn't quite seat flat yet, but I don't really care. We'll give it a go. I was flying this quad earlier with this propeller, not kidding, flying with half of it missing. So I'm going to throw down the other tape half. That. Push the propeller in place, push the tabs in, and just you can see they aren't seating all the way down, and we're working on the model of it, but it seems that my printer doesn't quite want to print the tolerances needed to have those 2 seat within each other, because you can see there's a little gasket here that seats into the base. I'll finish these up and be right back. Alright, so I've got all 4 props on now, and looks pretty good. They don't take up very much area on the top of the motor, and I don't have access to the high-speed camera today because it's a Sunday, but I will try to get some footage of these high speed and see if the balance is off and see if that messes them up at all. Alright guys, so here's the first test of the Reddit user Read It Again and Again, the prototype prop adapter that he's working on. Really don't know how this is going to go, because as you can see they haven't really seated all the way down, but I figure this quad is pretty much unbreakable, so might as well give it a go. See how it goes. If it goes well, you never know. Step back a little because I don't want it to throw a prop. So I can hear I've got a little bit of vibration going on. I am used to flying 6-inch props on this build, so these 5-inch props are a little bit smaller than I'm used to. Not quite the thrust I'm used to, but Not too bad. Might have to use these more. Want to check out the balance. So what I'm worried about primarily is, as you saw previously, I put this little bit of tape and paper in there. I'm hoping that as the prop creates lift, it pushes up against the cap, and that keeps it level, because other than that it might be able to tip up and down a little bit, but it doesn't seem to be doing that. We can hear the vibration a little bit, so we know it's not quite balanced, but that might just be the propellers. Not too bad. Strength test. I didn't really hit the props that time. Doesn't look like anything happened. Little quad. Or maybe that was just a triple. Does seem to fly a bit better in manual mode. I don't know why. The stabilized mode has some twitching. And I'm still getting used to expo, that's why I'm still pretty floppy with ending my flips, or knowing when to stop rotation. That wasn't so bad. Let's try a takeoff flip. Well, these seem to be working fine. I guess I'll fly them until they break. I'm also actively working on the newer version with the slightly less outward tilt. Well, I like them. This is a pretty awesome project, and I just want to thank the Reddit user Read It Again and Again for all of his work with this. He's been really good with communicating and getting back to me with changes in the second version now, actually. So I'll update later.